me, as an explorer, I've been fortunate to travel in every environment all around the world. There are very few places left that you can actually be one of the first pioneers to explore a country. Saudi Arabia is one of those places, and I'm here in AlUla to really see what is on offer to the adventure traveller.
Even when you came again and again to AlUla, you will never get bored, because every time you come you will see something different. Archaeologists are still excavating here in AlUla.
It's only a small fraction of the region's been excavated.
Yeah.
So much more to discover.
Yeah.
Here in Saudi Arabia, what's really special is this amazing history going back to the Dadanites, the Lihanites, the Nabataeans, of course, and seeing thousands and thousands of years of history virtually untouched and virtually unexplored. So what do you think it was about this place that brought the Nabataeans here?
Actually, they came here because of the trading route. Also, they were excellent in irrigation, so they carved these huge canals around the mountains and tanks when it's rained until today.
To collect water.
To collect what?
Wow.
Rainwater.
Hegra is the site that everyone thinks of. That's the iconic piece of archaeology. It really is a masterpiece of Nabataean architecture and design. You can go and see the incredible sense of engineering that goes into making a tomb like that.
This is the main tomb. We call it the tomb of Lihyan bin Kuza.
This is the iconic one of the region, isn't it?
Iconic one for AlUla, and we are proud of it, because for 2,000 years no one knows about it.
Yeah.
This place, we call it Girls Mountain, Jebel AlBanat.
We call it Jebel AlBanat because, like, the majority,
Yeah.
it was owned by women.
So how many people would be buried in a tomb like this?
We found evidence of 80.
80?
Yeah.
So this would be generations of people would be all buried in the same tomb.
Just like a family tomb.
Yeah.
Your grandfather and your grandfather buried in the same place.
Wherever you look in Saudi Arabia, you get these beautiful cliff faces, these big monoliths, and one of the cool things you can do here is to go on the rock art trail at night, and to explore a place like that at night time, guided only by the starlight and the moon. It was really special because it's very peaceful, very serene, and you get the whole place to yourself.
Rock art dates back almost to the Nabataeans, and much older than Nabataeans. And we do it in the night to experience Hegra at night.
Wow, look at that. It's very similar to the facades that we saw in Hegra and some of the other tombs, isn't it? As an explorer with a passion for history, coming here, especially at night, is an absolute dream, because I just love looking around places like this. Wherever you go in the desert, there's these ancient sites from the Nabataean period, the Talmudic era, and way back into ancient prehistory. So, incredible place to come, and this is definitely one not to be missed.
So the Old Town is actually back to 800 years ago from now.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think hospitality is really core to the Arabian culture. There's a long legacy and a history of storytelling in this part of the region. You meet people who are very proud of their heritage, proud of their culture, and they want to share it with visitors. So Layal was great. She is one of Saudi Arabia's foremost rawis, a storyteller. She took me around the Old Town, and her family used to live in the Old Town before it was abandoned. So there is that legacy of generations of hospitality here. And to see the Old Town from that perspective was really fantastic.
Now we are in front of the most famous building. They was used as a sundial to know the agriculture seasons, and they know the winter when it came in AlUla.
It's very clever, isn't it?
Sure, yeah. And now we are in the top of AlUla, which is in the AlUla fort. We climbed for 189 steps.
I can feel it.
Yeah. And we're going to see AlUla and the Old Town from the top.
Wow, what a view.
So as you see, it looks like a maze, and this is the way that they built it to protect the area.
The job that they've done is fantastic to restore this ancient town to its former glory, and to see people coming here, eating in restaurants, shopping and wandering around this ancient maze is absolutely fantastic. So a lot of the places here in AlUla, it's obviously better to go with a guide, somebody who knows the area and can show you around, but sometimes it's nice to just go and explore on your own. So I'm here now in the AlUla Old Oasis Heritage Trail, which is going all the way through the farmland, so I'm going to go and have a look around. So walking through this old farm area of palm dates and citrus trees is really magnificent. This farmland, this oasis, goes all the way from AlUla Old Town to the even older town of Dadan. You know, it's amazing that this has been rejuvenated, allowing visitors to walk through this living, breathing museum. We're heading into the Shaheen Nature Reserve and into this amazing canyon area here. And you tell you what, you know when you go on an adventure when just the road in is this bumpy. For me, the Sharaan Nature Reserve was one of the highlights of the whole trip because it's this remarkable, huge, vast natural park. It was fascinating to meet some of the archaeologists who are working on the digs there, but what they were saying is that only a fraction of a percent has actually been excavated and uncovered. So I'm really, really happy to see that this area has been protected and preserved for generations to come.
I think what we have here is absolutely amazingly well preserved archaeology. You can go up to some of these tombs and the walls are still preserved to the same height they were 5,000 years ago when they were built. And to have that as an archaeologist is just astounding.
I think it goes to show just what a living museum this whole area is. To be able to come and help out with an archaeological dig and actually find something, in this case, you know, a fragment of somebody's tooth which dates back thousands of years, is quite extraordinary. What an amazing experience. There's obviously these amazing rock formations everywhere you look in AlUla, so it's quite natural. If you're into adventure sports, if you want to go and see some of the wild, you've got to go and explore this. And there's an amazing opportunity to go canyoning, and you can actually weave your way through. I tell you what, it gets a good sweat on, but it's worth it.
So this is the beginning of Twisted Maze.
Amazing.
It's a challenging place because, as you can see, very small, but you'll make it. No
It's a
worries.
climber's paradise, isn't it?
Yeah,
Around here? Amazing.
Exactly, yeah.
So what an incredible place. This is called Maraya. It's the largest mirrored building in the world, right here in the middle of the desert. And what a way to explore it. What's it used for?
It's a concert hall. There's actually a restaurant on top called Maraya Social.
It's amazing how it just almost disappears into the desert, doesn't it? As I drove over the crest of the hill and then saw it for the first time, I was genuinely blown away. Right there in the middle of the desert, the world's biggest mirrored building. And it's almost invisible. And it really did take my breath away. And to be able to go and explore around that valley on horseback was just really special. This is Elephant Rock behind me, and what a way to arrive. And now I'm going to enjoy some Arabian hospitality. So I'd visited Elephant Rock before. It is really one of the iconic sights to see here, so I was very excited to go back and see it again. I managed to get a camel ride all the way from Jar Rock and then to come down into the valley across the plains and approach Elephant Rock right in time for sunset was spectacular. So after just a few days here, I've got to experience some extraordinary things, and I've really loved coming back to Saudi Arabia and to see the natural beauty, the culture, the traditions, all of these things that are being kept alive. I've had a pretty whirlwind trip, but I'd really encourage the visitors to come and spend as much time here to really immerse themselves in this beautiful natural landscape and enjoy the hospitality of the people of the region of AlUla.